and failure in development front increase the risks that threaten international peace and security. All of us should know that. All of us know that. Not should. All of us know that. That success in arms trade and failure in development front increases the risks that threaten international peace and security, particularly among fragile states of the third world countries, and it increases influence of armed groups that strive to control and dominate according to their own self-interests. So, if we want more stable and more just world, we have to move in the path of development and to combating poverty, to combating corruption, to combating unemployment, and to combating crime. If we want a more stable and just world, we shouldn't allow arms dealers to decide our country, our current, and to decide our future. If we want to reach to stable and just world, we should stop them. We shouldn't allow the arms dealers to decide our path, our future, as this means more fighting, more poverty, more crimes, and more terrorism. We want to live in a peace, security, safety, dignity, and welfare. And such principles and values disappears with the arms. If we want a more stable and just world, we must achieve justice. No peace without justice. And you should know, peace within the nation, remember this, peace within the nation is no less urgent today than the peace between nations. You should know that the people in my country and the people in my region, from which I came, are terrorized today by bloody dictators and by the international power that back them. They are abused by terrorist groups that misuse our faith. You should know that every dictator is a terrorist, and every terrorist is a dictator. And there is one more path to the holy peace we aspire for, until dictators are swept away from our region, and terrorists are deprived from abusing our religion. Dear sisters and brothers, before 5 years, when we started our Arab Spring Revolution, great Arab Spring Revolution, we were dreaming for civil states, whereas our states were like military garrisons, and regime's policy at that time is to militarize our communities. and shrinking civil movement margin, whose concern is mainly development, freedom, justice, political rights, democracy, peace, and rule of law. We are still adhering on our dream, for which we have sacrificed a lot. Also, our people will continue their struggle and combat counter-revolution, the counter-revolution that all Arab region now, all Arab Spring countries suffering from, and which unfortunately have been aided by some of the international community. Our people will not, and I say this is a very important stage, our Arab people will not accept militarization against civil states. Our Arab people will not accept intimidation by terrorism and account of democracy, or arms against development. We will not accept. The only thing that we will accept is to reach to our goals: freedom, justice, equality, rule of law, and democracy. In my country, Yemen, our society was militarized, where purchasing a piece of weapons is much easier than purchasing computer or anything. The ousted President Ali Saleh regime failed to achieve development in my country. His continuous amendment to the Constitution to allow for a longer period on power and for more power on money and for more power on all over the country. That leads to wide protests that culminated by our great revolution, peaceful revolution on 11 February 2011, which is, we call it Youth Peaceful Revolution. In this great peaceful revolution, Yemeni people decided to throw their weapons and to go to the street just with flower, just with singing, just with chanting for freedom and dignity and democracy. They died peacefully and they achieved the most important thing, the most important goal, the first goal of our peaceful revolution, which is forcing the ousted president to resign. And it was by our great peaceful revolution. And we went that on 21st of November 2011, after 9 months on sleeping on the street for this great goal. But now we are suffering from war. After a great peaceful revolution, and after a great decision from people of Yemen to throw their weapons, to put it in their houses and to go peacefully. An armed society died in the street just peacefully. They didn't carry any guns with them. Well, it's like everyone owns more like 3 pieces of weapons. They didn't use it. But suddenly the war happened. Why the war happened? Anyone would ask you, why the war happened in Yemen? Why the Yemeni people did a great peaceful revolution, and the Yemeni people won Nobel Peace Prize? Yes, they won it because they made a great peaceful revolution. That was a great recognition of their great work and their great unfortunately, with all this happened with the support of Iran in my country. This is the reality that you should know. That Yemeni people now, under the fire of war, because this war is revenge from the ousted president that we made revolutionist. And he used Iran and militia of al-Houthi to revenge against all of us. But Yemeni people refused that, and they are continuing their struggle against him. And as they win, when they topple him from the head of authority, we will win on the rest goals of our goals of the peaceful revolution, which again, democracy, freedom, dignity, rule of law, and equality. Yes, the Yemeni people need a great from you. Big meeting for them. The international community now shall help Yemenis in building genuine peace, leading to genuine development. And this couldn't be attained without dissolving and disarming the militia and all the armed actors and restrict position of arms to the state. And there is another fact you should know. While we stand against the ousted President Ali Saleh and also the militia authority, because they topple our republic as first. And another very important reason that our standing against the militia of al-Houthi is mainly attributed to the fact that they are an armed group that undermines state sovereignty and practice terrorism against its opponents. You can imagine going into elections with the presence of armed groups that adopt racial theory where it believes in the right of them, as they call themselves, as grandchildren of Prophet Muhammad, and they have the only right to rule the country. Now, and this is receiving the new resistance against Yemen, and we are against them because we are calling for equal citizenship. We are calling for seize women to states. Finally, my sisters and brothers, how can we stop the war in Yemen? How can we reach to the sustainable peace in Yemen? We have to disarm militias and non-state groups, and we shall ensure that armed position in states hand over. And we shall pave the ground for free and fair elections following referendum in the constitution draft that Yemenis has already agreed upon through their national dialogue conference. And the Houthi militia has to transfer themselves to be political party, to use the political issues without violence. We need also to achieve transitional justice. We need to achieve national reconciliation, to bring justice to victims and to ensure that such violation will not repeat and will not adopt reconstruction. We need to achieve reforms and economic growth, which is crucial for the success of political change. This is the voice people who suffer in Syria, in Libya, and in every country in this world. Thank you so much.